You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Hello, everyone. I'm Margie Taylor, your host for Conroe Culture News, Taylorized PR, and we are in downtown Conroe, Lone Star Community Radio, FM 104.5, 106.1, and live streaming on irlonestar.com. And, of course, this is going to be recorded and put on YouTube, so if you miss it, it will be shown again on Conroe Culture News. So sitting directly across from me, I have Jada England. She's with N2 Publishing, and she does Bentwater Live. She's also a great volunteer for the Building Hope Gala with Habitat Montgomery County. And also sitting next to her is Michele Shifflett. She's the Advancement Officer of Habitat as well. So we're going to talk a little bit about the virtual wine tasting that's going on this week. And we're also going to be speaking with Jamie Bill. He is the Vice President of Trinchero Family Estates, Neyers Vineyard. Did I pronounce that right?
I think so.
And they're the ones helping out with the virtual wine event that's happening this Thursday. So more about that. And in the second half, we're going to hear about tasting around the town with Taste of the Town, the new way that it's being done this year, because we all have to switch and do things a little bit differently than we would normally do. Instead of having 3,000 people at the Marriott, no. Just no. Going around to 37 different restaurants in your own time, started January 4th and is now going till February 11th. You can go and taste, and it's not even a taste. It's not a spoonful. It's actually almost a whole plate full of food at each place that you go to for free, for $25. But we'll talk about that and see some videos from Macarons by Patisse and Escalante's, and then we'll finish with Grimaldi's on the waterway. This is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic, located by Conroe High School. If you're a new patient, it's only $25, and she gives it all back to CASA. So go and see her. If you have a back, then you have a need. So that's the way it goes. So soon there's going to be 3 wine-related venues in downtown Conroe. Speaking of wine, there's Blue Epiphany is opening a tasting room, and they're going to be right next to the University of St. Thomas Mack Center. The Firm Meadery is under construction at 225 Simonton, next to the law offices of Tay Bond. And Void Meadery is opening a location in the 100 block of Dallas. And mead is made from honey instead of grapes. So if you didn't know, you'll have to go check it out. I believe all of those should be up and running by the end of February. Another new tenant is Chelsea Williams Photography, and she does great professional headshots and helps any woman feel confident and special that they are beautiful. So with that, also want to mention that 202 Main, right here at the corner of Main and Metcalf, is starting to have weekly events. Every Thursday is karaoke open mic night and happy hours from 5 to 8. They're also having a Valentine's Day dinner on Saturday, February 13th. So check out their Facebook page to see all the events at 202 Main. And this is the new season for our local theaters, the Crichton Theater and the Owen Theater, right here within walking distance from where we're sitting, as a matter of fact. So The Last of the Red Hot Lovers will be showing at the Owen Theater starting this Friday. And the Crichton Theater starts their premiere of The Odd Couple next month. So things are starting to move along in downtown Conroe. So with that, we are ready to talk about the virtual wine event with Jada England, Jamie Bill, and Michele Shifflett. So, ladies and gentlemen, Jamie, are you there?
I am here.
You probably need headphones to hear
Jamie,
I am here. Can y'all hear me?
Okay, now I can hear you. Yes.
Wonderful.
Yes. So glad you could join us.
Yes, I appreciate it.
So there's a virtual wine tasting event with a legendary winemaker, and you are part of that organization, correct?
Yes, I am. Trinchero Family Estates is a large Napa Valley winery representing several labels, and Bruce Neyers is one of our most prestigious that we represent, and we're excited to bring Bruce to the homes of people here in Montgomery County.
And where are you located?
We're located, our headquarters are in St. Helena in Napa Valley, California.
Okay.
The Bruce Neyers Vineyard is actually in an area called Conroe, which is kind of the northeast area of Napa.
Very nice. I'm originally a California girl, so I get it.
Oh, there you go. Perfect.
Grew up in Burbank,
Okay.
but lived here for 39 years, so I guess I'm a Texan Burbanker. I don't know.
Absolutely.
So, Jada, tell me a little bit about the virtual wine event.
Okay, so, and I think Jamie can fill in more on how the event works because he does these virtual wine things all the time.
So jump in, Jamie, at any time.
Sure.
But so we have partnered with Crew. They have basically volunteered to work with Habitat to host this event. That's where the pickup will be. They're providing the wine and the food that will go with the tickets purchased. They get the ticket. It's a great value for $150. They get 3 bottles of wine and a charcuterie board. So it's a great value. The wines are all valued at more than that. Jamie could tell you, fill that in as well.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
It's a good selection of wines for sure.
Yes. And we've had to be creative. As you know, every charity had a difficult time in 2020, and galas ended and stores shut down. And this is how we are getting back into the social fundraising world, is with virtual events. And Jamie has actually helped us out before. Our last event that we promoted with you, our Bountiful Harvest cooking show, Jamie provided the wine for that event. And through that partnership grew this idea. And it should be really fun.
Yeah.
Virtual wine events are really becoming a thing, aren't they, Jamie? I mean, haven't they become a rather big way for the wineries to sell their product?
They have. Something that a marketing tool that we use a lot of times is to do wine dinners at restaurants or country clubs and whatnot. In this COVID environment, that's made it challenging. So we've kind of switched gears, as have a lot of companies, and use technology to be our friend. And Zoom is helped us be able to bring winemakers that would traditionally travel the United States to the homes of people virtually, and be able to discuss the wines, and people can enjoy the wine and food and whatever they would like with their friends and family at the comfort of their home. So it's actually turned out to be a really successful event and tool for us to continue to bring wines that people may not have tried, and wine knowledge to others that normally would have been done in person.
So Jamie, I know, because I've talked to our guests, that these wines are incredibly popular. We actually have someone driving in from Austin to get her 6 bottles of wine because she bought 2 tickets. So since she's making that trip, it must be really good wine. Could you tell everybody a little bit about it?
Absolutely. So as I said, with your $150 donation, you're going to get 3 bottles of Neyers Vineyard wine, a Carneros Chardonnay, a Sage Canyon 1 red blend, and a Left Bank Bordeaux style red blend. And so Bruce has actually been making wine in the Napa Valley for over 40 years. He has pedigrees under some prestigious wineries that people may know, Macaron Vineyards being one of them, as well as his good friend Joseph Phelps. And in 1984, Bruce decided to venture out, and that's when he bought his property in Conroe and started his own label. While he was doing that, he was also a national sales manager for Kermit Lynch, which is a very, very famous importer of Bordeaux and Burgundy. So with that extensive experience he had with these French wines and French winemaking, what Bruce essentially does with these wines is he takes old world winemaking practices that are very traditional and very naturalistic, and doesn't use a whole lot of winemaking influence. He will go on and on. I won't steal his thunder on all the different winemaking practices that they do for those, but he takes those practices that are traditionally done in old world wineries and brings them to new world fruit, mostly in California, and some in the various viticulture areas throughout Northern California.
So why did you choose these wines, or did you do that?
I did. We have a pretty extensive portfolio that ranges, a lot of California wines, but we have wines from all over the world. But Bruce, in particular, has been one of our most recent partners, and we thought for this event we really wanted to bring the donors to Habitat some really critically acclaimed wines that are unique. They're wines of place, wines that have a good story, and traditionally a lot of these wines are sold in restaurants. That's where the predominant part of our business is for this. And obviously with the, restaurants being at lower capacities and people aren't going out as much, it's a good way for us to get these wines back in front of our customers and have a great experience with Bruce and, again, our partners over at Crew Food and Wine as well.
So does Crew sell these wines that the
They
people will be
do.
tasting? That's great.
They do, yeah. They sell a variety of Bruce's wines. Now, Crew is, as a wine bar, they kind of rotate wines in and out as they'll work with us. But traditionally, we have, a Neyers label of some sort on their list or on their wine flights.
Very nice. Where are we talking to you from?
I am at my home office. I actually am local, so I'm here right in Conroe, Texas.
Oh, well, you could have joined us, Jamie.
Trinchero.
Come on.
Slacker.
Okay. Nice. So I understand that today is the last day to purchase tickets, Michele?
Today, so there are 2 pickup options. You can pick up your wine Wednesday from 4 to 6 at Crew. And if you are so inclined, enjoy the beautiful weather we might be having on the patio and have a different glass of wine at Crew on Wednesday. So this is the last day to buy your tickets if you want to pick up your wine on Wednesday.
To be a part of
The happy hour.
Okay.
Yes. And meet myself and maybe Jamie. I don't know. We haven't talked about that. But I will be there for sure. And tomorrow will be the last day to buy your tickets if you want to pick up on Thursday. And the reason we have to give a little time is Crew isn't magic and they need some time to put together the charcuterie boards. And
What's on it? Tell me.
Meat
Any
and
idea?
cheese.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, I figured meat and cheese. Okay.
No. They haven't given us specifics, but they promised it would be delicious. They've been waiting to see how many people we have. I know they've placed the orders, but I haven't seen it, so I'm surprised too.
Okay.
And Crew does have some unique things that they put on their charcuterie board, so hopefully we'll get some of that.
Ooh, like what?
Stuff I can't pronounce.
Oh, good.
But yeah, some of it's a little weird, some of it's good. I'm kind of picky.
Me too.
But I like
no,
to
it's
try
good
new
only.
things.
This is a big trend right now. The whole boards and wine and virtual.
Yes.
And I mean, I gave, I don't even know how to say it, carturi, possibly.
Sure.
I know I can't hardly spell it,
No.
but I have to make sure I'm doing spell check when I write it down. But I gave that to my family for Christmas. I gave them, and they've been doing some inventive things,
With their boards.
with their boards. Yes.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know you can take classes in that too, how to arrange them perfectly. Have you done that, Jamie? Speechless.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I mean, hey, come on.
I prefer to have my partners like Crew make those for me, and
Yeah,
I'll
right,
provide them the
right.
wine. So,
Yes.
so yes, it is. Charcuterie has been probably a huge trend over the last 5+ years that you're seeing as an appetizer on
Or a main
menus,
meal.
not just at for sure.
Jamie, I hate to admit this to everyone listening. This will be my first wine tasting ever in my lifetime.
Really?
Yes. And my father was a grower. So that's really sad. Now, I've tasted with my father at the winery that he sold to, but I've never done a formal tasting like this. Is there anything special our friends at home need to do except buy their ticket? We know they need to buy their ticket so they have their wine, but is there anything else that they need to do to get ready for a virtual tasting?
Well, yeah, I think the virtual part of it is worth a little bit of an explanation if people aren't either familiar with Zoom or have not been a part of these wine dinners before. So in addition to the wines and the charcuterie that you'll be picking up, you'll be getting a Zoom link via email. And whether you have a Zoom account or not, you simply just click on the link from your email, and that connects you to a video feed, which you will see Bruce and a host, Joel DeSherry, that works for our company as well, will actually be hosting the event. And then at that time, you'll either have the option of calling in on one of Zoom's phone numbers and entering a code to hear the audio, or you can simply just use your computer audio to have it come through. When we do these, we welcome participation and questions. We want to try to make it as if we were truly in the people's homes for Bruce, so people can welcome to speak up, or probably the best way if they don't feel like jumping in front of 100 people is we have a chat bar at the bottom that we'll be monitoring, and we'll make sure that any questions that go through we'll have Bruce or Joel address. So there is video feeds for the audience. We usually turn those off, though, just because it speeds up the connection, and we want to kind of make sure that Bruce and Joel are the the main acts. As far as the wine dinner themselves at home, I mean, we want people to be comfortable and relax and enjoy friends or family to come around. Obviously, some nice wine glasses always help out. You probably want 3 different ones for each person there so that you can taste the wines separately as Bruce walks you through them. And most importantly, just have fun, learn a little bit, and enjoy some Neyers wines.
Excellent.
So with 3 bottles of wine, generally one is not consuming all 3 at this wine tasting at one time. One can assume you're sharing this, correct?
That is up to the individual. I leave that up to them, but
You'll be real funny at the end of 3 bottles.
Traditionally, a bottle of wine will get you 5 glasses. So if people want to do the math there.
But you're at home, so I guess that's okay, whatever you
Right.
choose
Exactly.
to
You
do.
don't have to drive. The boards will
That's right.
also feed 3 to 6 people. So
Okay. So this is a sharing and caring kind of thing.
Yes.
With people that are okay in your home to be with. Let's do COVID,
Your COVID pod.
protocols.
Yes.
Yes.
Invite your COVID pod.
Yes. Your partners, your home unit, people that you work with already every day.
Yes.
That's safe.
Yes.
As you get together to help contribute to a home that is safe for other people.
Yes.
Jada, anything else you want to add?
I mean, I guess how to get involved with the event would be go to the Facebook page for Habitat for Humanity, Montgomery County, Texas. It's kind of a long one, but you'll want to go to the right one and then check out the events tab. You'll see all the information there, how to get your tickets, how to get involved. And obviously this is a fundraiser for Habitat. So if you do not drink wine or do not want to actually participate in this, you can go to their website and make a donation, which is always appreciated.
Yes. Our goal is we're about halfway there to raise $10,000, sell 100 tickets. We're at 50. But more than that, we just want people to learn about Habitat and what we do and how we're making safe, decent housing an option for people that wouldn't ordinarily have had it. Affordable housing, home repairs. I think the face of any organization is what's important, and we have many seniors and others who are in homes that are in need of repair. They have leaky roofs and black mold. That's something we take care of. We have housing, of course, and we have our Restore that sells gently used and new products for homes, anything except clothing that's available, and many opportunities to volunteer. Fewer on the job site than we used to, but plenty inside the Restore for anybody.
So the $10,000 is pretty much a startup for a new home,
It is.
isn't it? That
is.
lays the foundation, so to speak,
Yes.
of a new home, right?
That's exactly right.
So again, you can go to the Facebook page, Habitat MCTX, I believe is what it is, and you can find all the information on the virtual wine event that takes place this Thursday at 7 p.m. with Bruce Neyers, with the Neyers Vineyards will be your host for the event, and you could pick up all your 3 bottles of wine and the charcuterie board. Sorry, at Crew Food and Wine Bar of the Woodlands. All the information is on the event page, their Facebook page. So go there and find out. If you have any questions, you can Google habitatmctx.org and call them. And anybody should be able to answer any of your questions about this. So with that, we're going to take a quick break and come back and talk a few more minutes about Habitat of Montgomery County.
Excellent.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Health Center Southeast Texas is a federally qualified health center. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, and most major private insurances. For our self-pay patients, we have a sliding scale discount program available. Our health centers have qualified providers and staff striving every day to provide the best quality of care to our patients. Services offered are family medicine, behavioral health services, telepsychiatry, and pediatrics. We have 4 area locations. Look up the Health Center Southeast Texas online at hcset.com.
For those of you who like your partners, your gumbo, and your music salty, well, we're here to help with the music. Julie and Shay here, host of Lone Star Country Nights Thursday, your weekly dose of roots and Americana and all the music that makes this part of the country special. We stir in Western swing, honky-tonk, Zydeco, Texas blues, outlaw country, and put a pinch of red dirt, and then we smoke it over a slow fire. Then listen to the results Thursday nights on Conroe's 104.5 and 106.1 and worldwide at irlonestar.com.
Okay, we are back. I'm Margie Taylor, and I'm the host for Conroe Culture News. We're here with some folks that have a passion for Habitat for Humanity of Montgomery County. Michele, what's your role?
I'm the advancement officer.
And what does that
Habitat.
mean?
I do the fundraising. I spearhead the fundraising for the entire organization.
In Montgomery County?
In Montgomery County. It's changed a little bit. I came on board about a year and a half ago, and I was really in charge of the gala. And then COVID
What
happened.
gala?
Yeah, no, exactly. And then COVID happened, and we
Yeah.
didn't have a gala, so my role has changed a little bit. And I am getting to work with home sponsorships, with what is now social fundraising instead of just a gala committee, with people who are donating to our Restore. It's been a lot of fun.
What is the Restore?
The Restore is on 242. It is a resale store. We do a couple of things. We take any gently used or new building products or home fixtures. So if you're doing a deconstruction, you're remodeling, if you did construction, you have stuff left over, we'll take that. Again, anything but clothes. We take furniture, we take dishes,
Home
coffee
improvement
pots,
products.
anything.
Yes.
And we sell those back to the public. And that store raises nearly $1 million a year to fund affordable housing projects for the Montgomery County area. So the money stays right here, helps our local citizens. It's run on volunteers. So we always are in need of people who can lift or drive trucks or use a cash register or greet people at the door. There's a variety of things you can do inside the Restore. It's also gone a little virtual itself. We now have an online shopping
That's nice,
opportunities.
too. Yes.
It really is, but product moves fast. So sometimes it looks like maybe there's not a lot to sell, but it's usually just because it moves fast once it's gone online.
Well, especially when you get a new product all the time, because you are
Exactly.
taking donations, because you have to
Yes.
keep the store running.
Yeah,
You
and
have to have new
donations are
things.
amazing right now. So if you need anything, doorknobs, furniture, we have some local retailers who have been generous. So we have brand new product in there right now. So swing on by. It's off of 242 and 45 in North, well, I guess
It's
South
just past
Conroe.
the Needham Fire Station.
Yes, just down the road from Methodist Hospital. It's another good landmark. And then the other things we're working on are our homes. With COVID, like everything else, our home building slowed down. We have been very successful with 2 homes this fall. Normally it's 4 or 5, but we've reduced the number of volunteers to 10 or less that are working together, so everybody stays safe, everybody wears masks.
And there's a construction supervisor out there with volunteers.
There's a
You
construction
don't just
supervisor.
go on your own.
No.
Take the blueprints out,
No.
start hammering.
No, they don't actually let me out there to hammer.
It would be scary for me, too.
Yes. I supervise. We are actually starting a 3rd home in 2 weeks, and then a 4th home a month later. So it is building and moving, and that subdivision, Cedar Creek, is located here in Conroe, near Gladstone and 7th. And it's wonderful. We have...
There's over 100 homes there,
Over
aren't there?
100, I was going to say 120. We should finish the building of that subdivision within 3 to 5 years. COVID changed our timeline a little bit, so we're not certain.
It's beautiful, too. The homes
is.
are... I would live there. They're safe, affordable housing, and they look great. They look like any other community out here.
They are just like any other community in their price range. You know, $120,000 to $150,000, and right now, lucky homeowners are getting a green belt and a creek in their backyard and it's picturesque and gorgeous. So anybody who would like to come out can call our main office and make an appointment to come on a tour if they want to get more involved. And the way I met Jada was Gala Committee. She's going to be so glad that she joined that committee right before I started. She said hello, and I've kept her busy ever since.
That's a lot of work, too.
It is. It is. Well, and it's a lot of fun. We were very sad, my first gala committee, and I didn't get to have a gala.
Oh.
So that was kind of sad. But Michele has been great in coming up with innovative ideas. She'll send something past me, and then I just run with it and make her work even harder, unfortunately.
No, it makes my work even easier. It's amazing.
But it's fun.
It is a lot of fun. It's fun to do different things and still be social, but yet distanced. And yeah, the virtual thing has been fun.
It's been a challenge. You know, you still need the money that comes from a fundraiser, like any other organization in our area that's been hit. We're all looking at what to do next, and everybody's tired of virtual. We are planning on a gala in person in November.
Tentatively, yes.
Tentatively, currently slated for, I believe, the 13th of November. Just waiting to see how everything plays out a little bit, but be watching for that information. We will, of course, be ready to pivot and go virtually if we need it. So that's coming up. And then the other social events, I would like to continue doing cooking classes, wine tastings, and things like that. So look for more of that so we can stay connected and continue to be a community and help our community at the same time.
Well, Habitat, it has such a great mission because they don't just give the homes away. First of all, you have to be eligible, and then you go to the virtual class right now to learn more about it, right?
Yes.
That's the first step, and you can find out that by going on the website, how you get involved in that and the eligibility and things like that. But they have to put in sweat equity, too. They don't just get a house, and they have to pay a mortgage, correct?
So it's just like everybody else who has a mortgage. So you apply, you get approved. It's an interest-free mortgage once you get to the end of the program. And your sweat equity hours, we've gone virtual with some of those. So there's everything from how to take care of a lawn to how to take care of your finances. What does property tax mean? If you're a first-time homeowner, you don't know what any of that means. So we teach our soon-to-be homeowners. They build
so
each
it's good
other's
education
homes.
component.
Excellent education component. And because you're building your neighbor's house or you're working in the restore, you're already part of the community. So once your walls go up, you know all your neighbors. Once you move in, you already know your neighbors. So there's a vested interest in maintaining the property.
It's community.
Yes. People to take care of your children. People take care of you. It's a wonderful community.
It's all about having a place to call home that's safe, too. I mean, after you work out anywhere, you know, you're out running around or you're at home and you're off, wherever you're working, it's nice to come back to a place that you know that you're safe, that you're with your family, that you can call home. And that's what Habitat does.
Exactly.
So how did you get involved with this, Jada?
The gala chair from last year.
Well,
suckered
Habitat
me
at
in.
all. What
Yep.
drew you in?
I mean, honestly, any nonprofit that gives back has, you know, the mission is, it's dear to my heart, right? Having a safe place to call home is super important. And like you were saying, just the program itself is awesome, that they teach people how to have a home. It's the cliche of a hand up, not a hand out. So
Correct.
it's that to me is important with a nonprofit. And I love to give back, and this is fun. And I'm not the one that's out there swinging a hammer. You don't want me to be out there swinging a hammer.
None
I
of
would
us.
probably hurt myself or someone around me. So this was a way for me to be able to give back. I can't give the $10,000 but I can help host events that can do that.
You can volunteer and get involved.
And make connections with the community. And this one was great. Crew really stepped up and has done a lot for the virtual wine tasting. And so it's just great to
Just fun.
make connections.
And tell me about what your organization does, N2 Publishing.
N2 Publishing, so it's a franchise model. We publish magazines for communities. We focus on the high-end community. So I personally work with Bentwater. I do their events, their newsletter, social media, and then we have others in our platform like Carlton Woods, East Shore, Bender's Landing Estates.
Different ones
In the community. So yeah, and they've actually all those East Shore, Carlton Woods, and Bender's Landing Estates, as well as Bentwater, has partnered with this event as well.
Nice.
Yeah.
And Woodlands Online, too. Right?
And Woodlands Online, yes, they have been a great support.
Wonderful. Yes, they're good partners with me too.
And you.
And me, yes. Oh, with me. Yes. Tailorized PR. So let's get back to the virtual wine event. The tickets, you need to get them today if you want to be part of the happy hour on Wednesday.
Yes.
And otherwise, you have until tomorrow to purchase your tickets online and then pick up your wine and food
On Thursday.
Yes.
And please buy your ticket in advance so that we know you're coming. That's important.
Yes, Crew Food and Wine Bar is getting everything together. The 3 bottles of wine, which it just sounds really good, doesn't it?
Yes.
Especially on Monday. So, it's supposed to be raining the rest of the week, in theory. Not that anybody really knows.
So you can drink
But you
wine
can drink
in your
wine
PJs.
without having to get out.
Yes.
And that sounds like fun.
Yeah, you don't have to fix your hair. It's
No.
fantastic.
Yeah, you don't, well, I don't know. It's Zoom, so you might.
He said they were going to turn off the video feed.
Yeah, he did say that. You
Oh,
could turn
okay.
off Video feed.
I heard that you would be muted, but okay.
So that it goes faster and we don't lose
Right.
Bruce.
Right,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
right.
And it is nice that they have done this before, so we don't have to worry about the technical challenges that
Just
might
get your
happen if
wine and
it's-
enjoy.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Yes, and feel up close and personal with a great winemaker. And
And know that you're making a difference.
Yes. And over 60% of your donation stays with Habitat, which I think is important to know. That our partners have made that happen so that we get a very significant portion of that ticket price.
So there's different things you can get involved with. They have a all women build that all women get out there and put on the pink hard hats with instruction.
Yes.
Explicit instruction, and somebody a professional contractor out there with you telling you how to do it. So that could be a great team building thing. There's a home repair program that people can get involved with if you have that profession, whether it's roofing or building or whatever. You can find out how you can get involved in that to volunteer, or if you're in need of repair.
Exactly.
You can also find out about that too. There's a veteran build. Habitat just had their first completed veteran build,
Yes.
and that was done in December, I believe, November, December, sometime in there, that range that it was complete. So go to all the, find out all about all the events. You can go to habitatmctx.org or their Facebook page, which again is Habitat MCTX. So that's it, ladies. Anything else you want to say, add?
Thank you
well,
very much
thank
for
you.
having us.
Yeah, it's been fun.
Oh, of course. It's always fun.
Yeah,
It's Monday.
I know.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to take a quick break. I am Margie Taylor, and this is sponsored by Roger Stein Chiropractic, and we will be right back for a little bit about Taste of the Town.
What is homelessness? Have you seen parents struggle to find a job without having transportation or childcare? What about the children sleeping in cars with nothing to eat? Families shouldn't have to struggle to survive, and children should not be homeless. Family Promise of Montgomery County serves the needs of homeless families and their children. Learn about ways you can help and learn about partnership opportunities at www.familypromiseofmc.org or call our day center at 936-441-8778.
Since 2004, Roger Stein Chiropractic has offered spine and joint manipulation services to residents of Montgomery County and surrounding areas. Conditions treated include lower back pain, migraines, headaches, whiplash, carpal tunnel, neck pain, sciatica, joint pain, sports injuries, herniated discs, and complications from pregnancy. Roger Stein Chiropractic, led by Dr. Stacy Rogers and Dr. Brian McGee, is an integrity-verified chiropractic clinic. Call 936-441-9990 for an appointment or visit rogerssteinchiropractic.com. That's RODGERSSTEIN chiropractic.com.
Second Saturday Divorce Workshop provides unbiased information to help you understand your options and move forward with your life. This divorce workshop is for you if you are contemplating divorce, in the process of divorce, already filed for divorce, or post-divorce. You will explore the emotional, legal, and financial aspects of divorce from professionals who have guided others through divorce. For more information on this divorce workshop, contact secondsaturdaywoodlands.com or call 832-375-0900.
A Lone Star Community Radio is Montgomery County's radio station with talk, music, weather, and traffic for Montgomery County. Have a question or comment about one of our shows? Want to know how to reach a host? Just contact the station at irlonestar.com or call in and leave a message at 936-647-3776. Get involved with your community with Lone Star Community Radio.
Okay, this next part of our show today is going to be a taping of a Taste of the Town, around the town, starting with 2 participating restaurants at Hughes Landing. We will have Macarons by Patisse and Jared from Escalante's, and they, again, are on Hughes Landing. And then we're going to end with a visit to Grimaldi's on the Waterway. And this kind of gives you an insight of what's going on with the Taste of the Town, around the town, with 37 restaurants that are participating this year. The participants are asked to go, you only pay $25, and then you go to the restaurants whenever they're open, whenever you're in the mood. The really cool thing is a lot of them are grouped together, like on the Waterway or over there at the Marcel Center where Citizens Grill, Tapped, and Burger and Bordeaux is. And that way you can taste several all at one time. And I believe there's 6 or 7 that's over on the Waterway. Or not on the Waterway, excuse me, Hughes Landing. So this is kind of a glimpse of what they think about it from their perspective, from the restaurant perspective. Hello, I am Margie Taylor, and I am here with Sukena, and she is the owner, going to talk to us a little bit about Macaron by Patisse. We're at Hughes Landing, so she's the first one on our stop, and come take a tour with us. So, Sukena, what do you have right here? These is your pride and joy.
They are my pride and joy. So here we have 4 macarons in some flavors that are quite popular and ones that I think you were interested in.
Yes.
The top one being birthday cake, mint chocolate, lavender white chocolate, and almond.
Yum. So before I taste that, tell me a little background on your shop here. This is one of how many you have?
1 of 3.
1 of 3. And how did you get started on this?
So about 10 years ago, I had a holistic wellness and nutrition practice where I worked a lot with children with ADD, ADHD, and autism. And I was the crazy lady that kept telling them to have kale and pineapple smoothies every day. So I felt like I owed them a little treat when they would come see me at my clinic. And so I thought macarons would be a great treat. They're gluten-free, preservative-free, and usually additive-free, and that would be great for them. And so I started looking around Houston trying to find some. And I couldn't, because macarons are a very temperamental pastry to make, and also they have a very short shelf life. So if they're not fresh, they don't taste good. And so I decided to make them myself in my little apartment kitchen, and before I knew it, I was making $800 to $1,200 a week.
Oh my goodness. So you opened up your first store when?
In 2013. At the beginning of 2013, we opened up our first shop in River Oaks, and then from there we opened up in the Galleria the same year. And then we ended up with some large wholesale deals, and ended up being on national television with a Houston billionaire, Tillman Fertitta, who actually graced us with his presence for our opening party here in the Woodlands.
And there you go. They just look so perfect. They're so symmetrical. They're perfect circles.
I'm a little OCD, as you can tell. Very type A, but my staff does practice for like 2 months before any of their macarons end up in that display case.
2 months. Wow.
Yeah. They're really temperamental, so getting the texture right, and we obviously want it to be the same. Like, I don't want you to come here and have a birthday cake today, and then tomorrow you come back and you're like, that doesn't taste the same.
It's a triangle, too. What happened? So I'm going to taste, which one should I try?
It's totally up to you, whatever you feel like.
So this is the almond.
Love the almond, yeah.
Classic. So we do
light.
Actually, all of our macarons are only 50 calories each. I'm a crazy nutrition person, so that's how it started. So they're 50 calories. Most of them are gluten-free except for just 2 flavors. And everything is made from scratch. So the almond that you just had, we make our own almond butter. We do our own shells, buttercream, everything. Salted caramel, we literally make our own caramel in-house as well.
I'm so excited about this. I can't wait to taste all the different flavors. The first bite was incredible.
Thank you. And it makes a huge difference when they're fresh, right? You get a nice crisp exterior with a nice soft and chewy interior, but each one is different, so you get a different texture all different.
So you make them fresh each day? And what happens to the leftovers?
We've gotten really good at predicting how many are going to sell, but leftovers end up in my tummy, which is not a good thing. But at 50 calories each, I can afford to get away with it.
Okay. And you also teach classes.
We do. We used to do in-person classes, of course, but then COVID happened, so we've taken them virtual. Every month we do a macaron class online, so you get a little workbook, you can gather the ingredients, and then join me for a live and ask questions as we do the class together.
How fun. So where do they sign up?
You can sign up on our website at www.macaronbypatisse.com.
Very good. This is great. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Thank you so much for coming.
And next up, we are going to cross the street to Escalante's, here again at Hughes Landing. Hello, we are over here at Escalante's at Hughes Landing, our second stop on our tour of the town. And I'm sitting here with Jared. He's the general manager of Escalante's. And this is such a beautiful venue. And of course, it's a perfect day today with the ducks out here and it's nice weather. And we have a wonderful fireplace, so you can eat indoor or outdoor, whatever you prefer. And what is this? This is not the sample, is it?
This is the sample. Yes. So what we're taking here, this is basically the Hispanic version of a Philly cheesesteak. So what makes a Philly cheesesteak is going to be, of course, the steak, which is going to be on the bottom, cheese, and then you have mushrooms and bell peppers. That's generally what's going to be inside like a Philly cheese sandwich. But here, this is our Hispanic version of the way that we do it. So, of course, we can get the steak. We usually sell our steak asada on the side, then our cheese enchiladas. So this is just a mixture of some of the plates that we put together.
That looks like an entree. This does not look like a sample.
It's definitely a sample.
Well, what does the entree look like?
So the entree is definitely it's a bigger piece of steak, which is going to encompass more of the meal. And then you get the rice and the beans is a big portion of it as well.
Yeah, I never eat the rice and beans.
And the cheese on the side.
Well, this looks really tasty.
Thank you.
I can't wait to get my Taste of the Town ticket, my sample, and probably even share it with my husband because this is huge. This is huge. How can you go to all these places and just sample them?
Yeah,
have you had a good turnout of people over here?
We have. We've seen quite a bit. I think the last time I checked, it was around 130 people have come here. But it's been fantastic. That not only are they coming to, of course, taste it, but we're also seeing people, get margaritas and they're dining.
They get other stuff too.
Yeah, it's been fantastic for the restaurant. So I'm really glad that we're doing it this way. It's been really helpful.
So what is your thing most ordered? What's your specialty?
Our specialty is the fajitas. It's definitely the fajitas. The meats, both chicken and beef. People really love it. It comes, you wrap it in tortillas. You kind of build it yourself. It's definitely the most ordered meal. It's people coming for fajitas. They like it.
Well, this looks like your best foot forward as well too. This looks scrumptious, very delicious.
Thank you.
So has this helped your business some by having the taste of the
Yes,
town?
it definitely has. The PR work, everything that's just getting our name out there has been always helpful. But just getting to see the Woodlands again, everything that's going on with COVID. It's good to see people again. It's good to talk to them.
Out.
Yeah, it's good to see them again. A lot of our regulars have come out, and it's awesome to see them. But seeing different people and
new people trying out your restaurant, and that's kind of the idea.
Yeah.
So, did you ever participate in Taste of the Town?
I did.
At the Marriott?
Yes, I did. It was great. But I did feel like, there you only go to 15 places at max. You can only go to so many places until you're done.
Well, there's lines as well.
There's lines, yeah, exactly. And I'm in the business too, so I go to places where I know people. And even then, it's busy. So I think here it's nice to slow down. It's nice to sit down and kind of, be intimate with whoever you're going with, right?
Have an experience.
I think that it's definitely, you get actual the taste of the town by sitting here and get to, have the ambiance.
Well, that's great. And in case nobody knows, and I don't know why they wouldn't, it's tasteofthetown.org to get your tickets and see all the participating restaurants with images, real images of what the food looks like. Anything you want to add, Jared?
No, ma'am. That's I'm glad for all those who have come out. Thank you so much for supporting us. It's so good to see everyone and to see everyone come back. Everyone's trying to stay safe out there, and so I'm glad.
And you do curbside too,
yes,
right?
we do curbside. Yes,
Okay.
curbside. We have a
to go, whatever.
right there. Wrap up.
Wonderful. Thank you
so
very much. Appreciate it.
Fantastic. Thank you.
So this was our second segment, and now we're going to hop in our cars and go out to the waterway to Grimaldi. So stay tuned for part 3 of Taste on the Town. We are at our final stop of our tour of Taste Around the Town, showing you some of the great samples and bites, really a bite, that you can get at all the different participating restaurants. So we're at Grimaldi's on the waterway, and this will be our final stop for our show today. And I'm speaking with Mike Wagner, and he's the operations manager. And we are sitting here with this delicious looking pizza. Oh my goodness. And cannoli, is that what this is?
It's a cannoli.
Cannoli. I said it wrong.
No, that's
surprise.
okay, yeah. It's a traditional Italian pastry, crisp, filled with a sweet ricotta cream, a little bit of powdered sugar, and chocolate chip.
And there's forks there, so that means I get to taste
that's
it, right?
Yeah, you're expected to, in fact. Yeah.
Okay,
Go right
and what
ahead,
about
please.
the pizza that's sitting right in front of me? It looks so good. I just want to flip those little pepperoni slices off and grab some and eat it with that delicious looking cheese. Is this one of your best pizzas?
I'd say the traditional pepperoni, sells probably 10 to 1 to all other products on the menu. We do all hand-tossed, traditional style Brooklyn crust pizza, and it's all cooked over anthracite, clean-burning coal, and it's the way we've done it for the 10 years that we've been operating here in the Woodlands.
Wow. So how big is this pizza?
This is an 18-inch pizza, what a lot of places would consider an extra large. It feeds the average 3 to 4 adult appetites.
A lot more than 2.
Well, I suppose that's dependent on the person.
I guess it depends on the pizza.
I'm sure me and you could eat this whole thing if we wanted to.
No, I don't think so. Especially if you're going around tasting all the samples, because you get such healthy samples. So this is the sample with Taste of the Town, correct?
That is correct. 2 of the miniature-sized cannolis, much in the same design as the traditional, just a little smaller.
So this would be all mine. I wouldn't have to share it.
That's correct.
So how long has Grimaldi's been here?
This one just over a decade. But Grimaldi's itself dates back to their Brooklyn-based location that's actually been there for decades. So storied history in our company. We still pride ourselves in the way that we make it the same way that they did under the Brooklyn Bridge years ago.
Under the Brooklyn Bridge.
That's right, the original. I think that's the appeal was, we still do it the way that they did it there.
Very good. I ran over the Brooklyn Bridge.
Yeah.
Many times. So, what else besides pizza do you serve here?
We're pretty simplistic by design. Patsy Grimaldi envisioned a simplified menu and said the more things you do, the more chance you have to mess something up. So we stick to just pizzas, salads, desserts, and that's pretty much all we offer.
Have you had a good amount of people that have come in for Taste the Town?
Yeah, we've seen good numbers so far this year, so we're excited for all the new exposure. Grassroots marketing has been a big part of our success over the last 10 years.
And we love that because this is a whole new concept. Do you like this concept better than going to, say, the Marriott, which is right next door?
It's been a turbulent year. I miss a little of the camaraderie that's offered before everything that had happened, but regardless of all that, you're finding a way to make it work, and that's important to us. And any way that we can still serve the community even without being able to physically go out and interact with those people is good for us. So.
Sure. Well, everybody come in and try this pizza or this cannoli that I'm going to take a sample of right now. I think I need a little bit more. I think I would probably just pick it up like a chicken wing and eat it. Just saying. So good. Try it. So if you haven't gotten your Taste of the Town ticket, you need to do it right now because you can see there's some great restaurants. Try out some places you've never been before. Go to tasteofthetown.org and then you can scroll down to participating restaurants, see who's participating. There's also an interactive map that you can kind of space them all together and, take a little jog across all of them. Get some curbside and see the images. It's all about the food images so you can see what they're serving at all the restaurants. Taste the Town 2021. Gotta love it. And we are back. I hope you enjoyed hearing from the different restaurants. And we're going to be doing we're going to be visiting some more at the Marcel Center this Wednesday. Citizens Grill, Tapped, and Burger and Bordeaux. And they are all wonderful. I have tasted some of those. So currently we have over 1,800 tickets sold for this event, tasteofthetown.org. And if you go on the website, go to participating restaurants, and you can see all the images of the food and what it's going to look like. I mean, it's unbelievable. It is not a simple spoonful or a taste. It really is almost a meal at some of these. You got to take it home and eat it later. They do, again, offer all curbside. Yesterday, the tickets were scanned at almost 600 tickets were scanned at restaurants yesterday. It is a big deal. It is fun. So we hope to see you around the town. I am Margie Taylor, Taylorized PR. We'll talk again next Monday.